Good afternoon, good afternoon. Woo, yeah. I said good afternoon and this thing looked to fall down now. Anyhow, let me see if it's working. All right. Good afternoon again, good afternoon. And I am Umar Mohammed, otherwise known as Calypsonian Disciple. Let me see, the time is just about 27 minutes after the hour of 2 p.m. Today is Saturday, the 13th day in the month of April. Well, I don't know what to say about April because, this month looks, it's a kind of funny month. Well, okay. How to start? Well, I usually go to the market on Sundays. But as today is Saturday, I decide to go to the market today because if rain falls tomorrow morning, I cannot go to the market. Because I usually go to the market on Sundays. You hear me? Okay. Well, let me see if I can gather something in the meanwhile before I start. Just trying to gather something here. And put you here. Excuse me for the interruption. Calypsonian Disciple. Oh yeah, you're looking good there. Yes, as I was saying, tomorrow is Sunday the 14th day in the month of April. Well, for the month of March, it was very tiresome for us because we marched from the 1st of March to the 31st of March, 2019. Oh yeah. And what I'm saying is that as this morning when I went to the market, the central market, just off the Baggy flyover there, yeah, it was a journey to remember to the market. And before I continue, I'll jot down some things here. Whenever I go to the market, I go to the market as a vegetarian, a person who does not eat meat. But I'm a special kind of vegetarian because I don't eat bread, no kind of bread. Well, I mean to say, if you bring the bread as, let's say, something that I know that I will eat, but I don't eat whole wheat bread, white bread, soft drinks, rice, sugar, a little thing of sugar, salt, just a little also, and besides salt, I don't drink milk, but I make sure that I have my proteins like the cows do, because the cows make sure that they do have the protein by ingesting the plant and the grass around them. And the goat also. I have my minerals and whatever from peas and nuts, and there are so many things that you can eat without eating meat, and some of these garbages that I have on the market today that they call food. Even things which are being labeled organic, you have to be very careful because banana is organic, but they have some force-fed bananas selling, and sometimes they inject the food, and the Chinese having plastic rice and eggs and all this sort of thing. It's sinful to take nature and do such a thing with nature like that, But in any case, it was a journey to remember to the market. Okay. On entering the market this morning, there was an argument between two men. One was a vendor and one was a customer. Let me roll up my thing. How you find looking? Dangerous. Let me put it down so. How you find looking? Don't care. Let me put it so. I'm looking like somebody who will want to be somebody. So let me leave it, put it a little bit up so. Ah, that's me. Okay. So on entering the market, stop now. Oh gosh, you're hard, man. You're trying to know it all because you hear me talking and you're only coming on your own stuff. Yeah. There was an argument between two men, a vendor and a customer. The vendor is claiming that the customer bought pine and the customer bought back the pine to him and said the pine isn't good. He wants back his money. Did I say the vendor or the customer? Alright, let me say it again. The customer is claiming that the pine that he bought from the vendor isn't good. He wants back his money. The vendor is saying that the pine was good, and what happened? The customer apparently dropped the pine and it burst or something like that. So there was the argument. Boy, if I tell you, it was pine versus fine. The customer paid the pine man, the man run and pick up a length of 2x4 pitch pine. Boy, so it's pine versus pine. Life is a funny thing, eh? When two pines meet, you know what it is? Somebody getting about said, well, I passed it. I didn't want to be no witness for that. I didn't wait. I didn't want to be no witness for that. So I go on because I don't want nobody to say I see. You understand? Yeah. To end up in the what? How do they call it again? Some IC unit or something. So I never with that. I leave them and I go on because I know what I went to the market for. When I go to the market, I go to the market as a vegetarian because I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat at all. The only meat I think I just eat saltfish. But not any kind of saltfish. You can't remember when Saul say, when you're out to eat, all saltfish sweet. Well, that saltfish I just eat, I make it lawful, not an unlawful saltfish, through marriage. I devoted to that saltfish. I make it lawful and I have to live honest with it. So that is just really make the saltfish sweet. You have to sweeten it with your honesty, your devotion, right? Your abstinence because of God. Too much of one thing is good for nothing. You have to abstain sometimes. And that will just make life sweet. You want to eat saltfish today, saltfish tomorrow, something next God, you must get fed up. The next thing you know, you run out and you go and you see if you get some other kind of saltfish someday, and that bacchanal confusion. Right? Or you leave your saltfish day and you're going for unlawful saltfish now. You're going and make fears and you go for a saltfish in a party, you bounce up a saltfish here. So, you can see they bounce up a saltfish there. You want an overnight thing, one time, and no. You see them kind of saltfish? They'll be sweet in one way. But remember, what's sweet in good mouth, the sour in the bam bam. And every people they just bam bam thing because they see this kind of homosexual thing to die and next stupidness by itself. So I continue my journey in the market. And when I continue my journey in the market, I met up another argument. A Chinese man went to buy coconut in the market. Vendor versus customer again, you always find that. When people don't know how to explain themselves properly, when they don't know how to, take the time and see what it is they want. The customer asks the vendor, if you have coconut, but the customer, the Chinese man asks the vendor, Chinese have a different accent. The vendor thought, because the vendor was selling cocoa too, them cocoa, the big fruit, where they cut in half and take the thing inside and put it to dry and make cocoa out of it. So the vendor gave him a cocoa and then gave him a dry nut with it. Well, boy, the Chinese man said, not cocoa, not cocoa. And the vendor saying, yeah, coconut, coconut. So two of them talking back to front, right? The Chinese man tell him, I didn't ask you for cocoa, I asked you for nut. So he said, not cocoa, dry nut, dry nut. The vendor still want it himself. He said, yes! Chinese now, you go pay for it. He believe the Chinese go pay for it. Coconut. You buy cocoa, you buy nut. Chinese man say, not coconut. And so he going back to front. Well, I don't know what took place. I left them there and I continued my journey in the market. Boy, I see a partner of mine, Long Main Street. He's selling body. The man took up a nice big bunch of body. Come now, you ain't want it. I said, well, boy, if I had a cage, I would have taken it. If I had a cage, I would have taken it. He's selling body in the market. I go take it just so. Body just fly away, Alright. So I continued, and I continued. And let me tell you something, in the market, when I go to the market as a vegetarian, as I said before. I don't eat meat at all, not even fish. And as a vegetarian, I can tell you that I is a vegetarian. I eat all. But if you say it fast, you go say I tal. But if you take your time and say this, I eat all. Because I is a vegetarian. You see this I here? I is a vegetarian. In other words, when I go to the market, when I see vegetables, I want to eat all. I tell I is a vegetarian. The old people are saying, what I in see, heart do grieve. So I is a vegetarian. Well, being as a vegetarian, you have to be very careful because they even camouflaging some of the vegetables. They're putting injection in some of them. They're putting chemicals in some of them. They're injecting them, and things like what? I went to the market to tell you the truth. Look at this, a big watermelon here. You have to be looking at your watermelon good, and because sometimes they inject this thing to make it look redder on the inside. I don't know what they want to do again. What they will do again. Then we're talking about the pine. You see, I passed the market and went and buying a pine somewhere else. Because you see, the man with a piece of 2x4 pitch pine in hand, and the next one he pelt the pine down. The man pine versus pine, I know not at all. Serious thing. Well, here what happened. The market is a place you get all kind of people in the market. When sometimes people tell you you're going like a fish market, all kind of people. But the worst place to go and start argument is in the fish market because cost last person left and right. Somebody going to end up like a cocoa, somebody going to end up like a shark, somebody going to end up like fish. But anyhow, as I said before, I'm not on that meeting. are walking in the market and, oh God, boy, somebody. How people do things like that? They drop a fixed skin in the market and I slide. I slide. Somebody bring a goat in the market. The goat stop me slide right away and pick up the fixed skin and eat it. You know, God is this fixed skin. We're lucky for the goat. Lucky for me, not that for the goat. I tell the goat, I say thank you. The goat, but like he couldn't understand what it is saying, so he tell me, I say thank you. All right. But here, what is really happening with my journey to the market this morning, when I visited the market this morning. No, this is true. This is no lie. By the way, I didn't tell all you. I didn't forget to tell all you. I going to buy what I supposed to buy in the market this morning. A vendor stopping me and telling me that I took bygone last week, because I go into the market every week, right? And I didn't pay him. So if I could remind myself that I didn't pay him, it's when I turned it back and went to realize that I didn't pay him. I say, so you wait and a whole week to remind me about that. He tell me, he said, so I go see, I don't know where they live and I just see, you know. I said, you know what that means? He said, what? I said, well, let bygones be bygones. You know the man want to hit me? Boy, I went to look for the fellow with the pine. I say, cool it, because, you know, trouble is not a nice thing, and I'm not a violent man. I'm not a violent man. So let bygones be bygones, and I go on my way. Pass by and I go on my way. And now I reach to where, well, there are other things that are bought in the market. So you have pine, watermelon, and many of the vegetarian stuff, something in the market. Well, this was the main thing I'm going to tell you about now. Look, you see, right? This is pawpaw. You know, I don't know some people. Who's this one like a good to cut now, boy? Pawpaw. You used to say pawpaw. I don't know. I see pawpaw. These are these next two looking like it. You know, we in Trinidad here still have a chance of getting wholesome fruits, you know, because of the tropical climate and not everybody does use chemical on the fruits and so on. By the way, I saw I listened to the radio and they said that somebody somewhere has a water pump and what they call pulling water from the drain, the nasty drain, and watering the plants with it because of. I was conducting an active from St. James one morning and I was listening to that. Because of the dry spell that we have, you know, the dry weather. But anyhow, when I went to buy the pawpaw, $4 a pound. Now, buying pawpaw at $4 a pound is a good price. Because only yesterday I was on Charlotte Street and I asked, what's the price of the pawpaw? $8, $7, and some places get it $10. But $4 a pound is very, very reasonable. Nice pawpaw as you see there. So I bought the pawpaw. I took the pawpaw from the table and I carried it across to the table where the vendor who selling it before the vendor had a next stall. The vendor had a next stall. And she weighed the pawpaw for me and she told me 6 pounds, $30. Now, as a man, I could check. 6 5 are 30, 6 7 are 42, 6 6 are 48, 9 7 are 62, 8 8 are 64, right? 9 9 are 81, you know. 12 12 are 144. You know, long time in school, when we had mental arithmetic, we used to, when the teacher said, all books under the desk. Take your hands on the desk, all books under the desk. Mental arithmetic, 2 2s, and whoever cannot answer it keeps standing and so on. No, we don't have that anymore. Now it's modern technology, and modern technology supposed to be so fast, but it have the children thinking slow. Because if you ask a man, a little child, 6 7s, and he can't say 40, hear what he does before he say 42. He had to go down in the pocket. pull out the phone, put it on, get the arithmetic apps, the arithmetic section or the mathematics section, then press 6, 7, bap, bap, equal, then you have to wait for it to come up. 42. Oh God. Oh Lord. You ask me 6, 7, I say 42. You know how much thing could have happened before he could come to that 42? Press button, children. You're dealing with press button, children. Yeah, so the woman said $30. I said, but how come it's $30 for the pawpaw, and I see there's a tag there saying $4 a pound, because 6 by 4 is 24. I should have paid $24. In fact, I was about to pay $24, and 6 by 5 is 30. She called the husband and said, she called him by some kind of name. How much for the pawpaw? Not $5 a pound. The husband said, no, $4. She said, well, you drop the price, and he said, yes. So I watched her. I said, so you didn't realize the man dropped the price? He said, how I could have realized that? That he dropped the price? I said, well, he didn't look on the ground. If he didn't look on the ground, he would realize the husband dropped the price. Well, boy, the whole store and people around the store who hear me talk, they gone off and they start to laugh. Then children and all start to laugh. And here what, you know? I felt nice. I felt good. You know why? My dear people, life is a very mysterious thing in these times. Once you can make people laugh, make them happy, or say something good to ease their mind, to sort of put a little stress away from their mind, it should be a blessing on you. Because everywhere you turn today, you don't know what will happen, when it will happen, why, how, or whatever it is. From babies to adults. You could be walking on the road and all of a sudden somebody decides to shoot up at somebody's car or somebody else, and you get a stray bullet and you're dead. They say drive carefully. You could be driving carefully, obeying the highway rules and everything, and next thing you know, some madman speeding along the road, crashing into your car. He alive, you dead. Anything can happen anytime. It's a sad, mysterious world that we are living in. An Ethiopian airline crash. Everybody died. Everybody died. It was so sad. I looked at a video on the internet, and everybody was praying. Who was Catholic was praying. Who is Muslim was praying. Allahu Akbar. Whoever praying Chinese. I saw children. I saw babies on the plane. Everybody died. None of their prayers were answered according to what they were praying for. Everybody died. So the question is, what is really going on in this world? Some people may even go further to ask, is there a creator? Is there a Lord? Is there a God? Is there whatever it is? Some years ago, a girl came from church. She was in church praying. She was one of the best group leader in the church. Very nice, respected. And she was missed and she was raped. After church passing, she threw some track. She was raped and the body was found. What did she do? And it's not just dying, but people suffer before they die and they ask for mercy. Oh God, do me that. No, God, they feel pain. I mean, what did that little girl do? She prayed and she asked for protection and guidance. Wasn't the Almighty there with her? What about a man speeding down the road and he crashed into a car with a baby? Baby died. What did that baby do? That baby was not deserving to be died, to be dead. You jump in a bus and you're going down the road. You're thinking of reaching home. You could imagine yourself seeing your family welcoming you home, your dogs wagging the tail. And pram! The bus got into an accident. Some people died. They didn't say no, they're dead. It's just like they just fell into a deep sleep. I mean, what's the explanation towards that? What is the explanation towards that? Some years ago, a person who was about to take a flight to some other country, the person missed the flight, the person was very annoyed, only to realize after that the plane crashed, everybody died. The person gave praise and thanks. They even pray for the souls that passed away on that plane crash. Praise and thanks to the Most High that I was not there, I would have been a dead person by now. But lo and behold, that person never reached home. The car in which that person was traveling crashed and that person died. What's the explanation towards that? Tell me, how can you solve that problem? Because the scripture said, if you ask for a bread, you wouldn't get a stone. But sometimes you can't even think of asking the omnipotent forces for protection because you don't know if they will protect you. You don't know what will happen. You don't know if what is happening. You know, some people say it's a blessing in disguise. You don't know if what's happening. You know, some of the people even go so far to make excuses and say, well, the time come. She time come or he time come, the Almighty call. How do you know the Almighty call? How do you know, how you could calculate that person's time on earth to say that the person's time come? You're too fast and fresh with yourself. You're looking to make excuse. Right? Then you forget about who time come or when time come. Is that people are dying mysteriously. The good, the bad, and the ugly are going down together. It's just like me. I'm a vegetarian. But that didn't mean to say with all the health laws I'm following, I won't get sick. Why? Because I'm surrounded by iniquities. I'm surrounded by polluted water, polluted air, foods being injected, plastic rice, even making all artificial egg and all, artificial beef. But then the question is, if you are surrounded by these things and you are a righteous person, why must these things affect you, affect your life and make your life miserable? Didn't you preach for protection and guidance? Come on, man. I said before, the Lord said, if you ask for a bread, you wouldn't be given a stone. And don't even depend on the Most High to protect you. Because if you're a Christian, I will show you where that is a fact. Because the man whom you call Jesus, whose name is not really Jesus, but let me leave it so for now. I don't want to go into that section. The man whom you call Jesus said, Lord, Lord, if it be thy will, let this cup pass away from me. Oh Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? Did the cup pass away from him? No. He was praying for that. Oh, as somebody was said that he was sent for that. So if he was sent for that, and he knows, or he knew that he was sent for that, why is he going against the will of the Almighty and accusing the Almighty of forsaking him? Come on, Christians. Your pastor won't explain that kind of thing to you all. If I know that I come to die for you and to shed my blood for you, when the time comes, I'll be happy because it's you I come to save. Me and asking the Almighty to let it pass on me because that means to say I'll be in doubt. I don't have faith in what I was sent for. And furthermore, I accusing the Almighty of forsaking me. Come on, man. Did the cup pass away? No, it didn't pass away. He even told his disciples to sell their garment and buy sword and look out for him in the Garden of Gethsemane and prayed and who cried and all kind of things. But keep watch because the soldiers will be coming from you. Right? So if you know that the mystery was with us, it is with us, and it will be with us from ever since the creation of this world. Many things happen and there is no human resolution or solution to it. Many things are happening, it's happening, and it will happen. People die. Sometimes when good people die, here people say, "No, Lord, why? Why should my mother die? Why should my father die? What has he done? He was a good man, he used to see about." Well, I tell you. Then you have those who kill other people. You have people who take it on their own to tell themselves that they're bad. They could take life. They could rob a man and they could... When you rob a man of his gold and you run home, when you run home, who you're facing? Who you're seeing home? You're seeing a mother, you're seeing a brother, you're seeing a sister, you're seeing an aunt, you're seeing a father, you're seeing an uncle. Now, if when you go home, your mother best gold chain, she just tell you somebody come in the house and take it, and then the fella just go down the road, what will you do? Will you stand up and say, "Well, it's okay, I just rob a man in gold chain and tongue, let the fella go"? No, you running down behind him. Thief from thief makes God laugh. Do so and like so. So when you go against these laws of nature in life, it will affect you. It will stress you out. Don't think because you're bad and you kill somebody that it ain't having an effect on you. When a man kill a man, you know what is happening? He sent part of his soul with that man, down the road. He sent some part of his vibration going with that man because he killed the man. And they just know them. When a man playing bad and he kill people, and that negative force, that vibration, that when he kill the man, he shoot the man or whatever it is, that comes from his body to go to the man, because the act of shooting, the act of killing is a vibration that you send directly to that man in order to take his life. That vibration is not coming back to you. So some part of you is missing. So here what happens? When you're going down the audio, you're watching all about. Like some kind of demon. A man tell you something, you're ready to. You're watching. Any other thing happen, you're watching a man. Like a zombie. The kind of food you're eating, that and all have people. So you are what you eat. You are what you eat. Yeah. Some of the food some of us eating, and they will be thinking, I get up, I smoke a cigarette, I drink a puncheon, I go down the road, or I go to work, or I go to church, and that is it. You see, we don't go down. We don't go down inside. We don't go inside life. We are outside of life. We are superficial. We don't go down into life. If you go to church and you go to church, Jesus, hallelujah, praise the Lord, and my blood of Jesus and all kind of things. So you become like Dracula now. We're dealing with the blood of Jesus. We're looking to suck blood. The lime on the road is the same thing. We're just looking at life on top. So some of us do not understand. So therefore, no matter how bad you are, how much criminal you are, how bad you think, how much gun you have, when time comes for you to get sick, you can't go in your body and say, well, look, let me cut out the sickness here, cut out the sickness here. You can see what is going on in your body. So the time when you may really want the energy to run fast, because remember, you ain't taking up protein, vitamin, and minerals. You care nothing about your body. You're going down the road to eat anyhow. You drink anyhow. You ain't studying how much protein I have in my vitamin, how much protein I take it out, if I'm overdoing something or if I'm not overdoing something. Right? So, you just take life on the surface. And the time when you look to run from something, either to save your life or to run from something, that's the time before you could ever make it to where you want to make it. Oh God. You feel like you want to die, like you want to poop or stool, like you want to pee some pain or this. Why? You're not treating your body, and you want to, and you're bad, and you want to be a criminal. Don't you understand things, mister? That if you want to be bad, you have to treat your body good. So don't try to get away from goodness. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, then all the things shall be added unto you. If you want to be bad, you have to treat your body good. Now, I'm not saying that if you treat your body good, that you have to be bad. I'm just telling you, if you choose a life of crime and everything, what you eat and what you're drinking, because then things, same stupidness way eating and drinking will sell you out. I went to a togetherness. I was invited to a togetherness, mostly young people. And when they pass on with the lettuce and the plantain and the zabuka and the rice and the nice little thing, I see the young people, they're picking it like if it's worms, they're eating, they're picking it, they're picking it, they're picking it. But there was a certain section where you have the fried chicken. And boy, people stand people going down on fried chicken. I tell you, you're going down on the fried chicken. You know what I call that? Kobo mentality. Kobo. Those who picking the rice, they are living dead. And they cannot feel out the vibration of that kind of food in their body because they want dead things in their body. They want dead things in their body. They want meat. They want fried chicken. Just how the kobo will pass a mango tree. The kobo will pass a fruit tree. Will pass on the nice fruit tree. And you only realize somebody there down there gone to it. That's what you want. Some of us are just like that. We are living there. We have the kobo mentality. Yeah. We have the kobo mentality. No wonder why some of us think like that. No wonder why some of us do things in such a way. Whether we're going to church or not, or whether we pray or we don't pray, because the people going to church say the same thing, but just they pacify themselves in a special way. But they're ignorant and stupid all the way too. You see, some of us so have this mentality in us that we pass it on to our DNA, to our children, and what we have, a continuation of it from one generation to the next generation. Yeah, that is what we have. A continuation that goes on and on, that makes life so sad, so pitiful. You are what you eat. Be careful of what you eat. I mean, we will not get everything wholesome, but try your very best. Be careful of how you think. Some of us indulge in too much of sex, too much of drinking, gambling, family life broken up. Mother one way, father one way. Children calling their mother by she name. If she name is Margaret. Margaret, what happened there? Margaret, have you told? Long time you couldn't do that. It was mommy. Right? Well, I don't know what to say. We in a world today in which fact everything, as I said before, you have to expect anything. Don't tell yourself because you're righteous, you ain't passing through it. You're righteous and you take a plane to go to America. Let me put it this way. There's a priest or a pastor, you take a plane to go to America to spread the gospel in some rural district, and you plane out a crash. You take anybody studying you righteous, you're going to plane crash, bro, everybody dead. Right? And then your followers back home go say, but your pastor think that in the plane crash. Yeah. Pastor is pray, pastor is a nice man, he's one of those authentic, real pastors. So why? What is your solution towards that mystery? You don't know. No, the Lord called him, time reach and excuses. And no wonder why the young people think so, because, everybody on a scene, everybody telling stories, they're not telling facts. Everybody on fiction in order to dividedly offer the food to get what is they want. Right? The height is 24-story high. And when everybody down there talking stories in parliament because they want to reach high. Poor people are suffering more because this whole system is organized for poor people to suffer more. This whole system is organized not for the successful. It is organized for the failure. The system lives off of the failure of people, after the poor people. This is what happens. Because the system is not organized for everybody to be successful. If every child was to get the highest mark in the SEA exam, you think the system organized for that? No. If everybody was to pass the exam, the system is organized for that. The system is organized more to give you so much pressure so that for you to be successful, if you pass today, you're lucky. The system is organized for failures, for people who are dropouts, for frustrated people, so that the lawyers could make money, the jail could be always full, the policeman will always have a job to do and run down other people. And don't think the policemen and them, they are failures too, you know. Some of them, yeah. When a man trying to achieve certain things and he cannot achieve it, he say, listen, man, I trying to make my business all how. I try to get through my business, but there obviously stumbling block in me. Somebody say, well, here now you have a license, you have a passes. Forget about that now. Your family have to live. You're taking people in the police service. You're going to the police service. Yeah. You go in the police service. Now remember, that is what you're going to the police service for. Not really that you don't like crime and you want to have a peaceful nation. It's like a drowning man will grab at a straw. So the police service becomes a straw for you. Right? And it is some of these people in the police service, in the ministry, the ministers, even the priests and these people who are high up in society, they are failures also. They become successful failures. Because you're a policeman, but they find you taking bribe and fraud. You're a minister, but you're pocketing the people money. So much of wickedness and evil things are being done in high places. It's not just the low people. So what I'm trying to say, people, that this is such a mysterious and mystic world that we're living in. It is so, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I try your very best to work hard, and at the ending of it, some man walk in your place and pass everything. Just so, pass everything. I mean, how you go feel? How you go feel? As I said before, if he go home and, you know, suppose a man go and he rob an ex-man, pass everything. He rob the man all the money, or he rob the business place all the money. And when he go home, he realize that a man come and rob his whole house, take out TV and everything and go on with it. How you go feel? Thief from thief make God laugh. How you go feel? Do so and like so. So the whole idea about life is to be prepared and do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. Right? Don't study about you go survive and I just pray and nothing will happen to me, because you see people praying on the air flight and everybody died. It's to be prepared for the unexpected. Anything will happen anytime. And you can only be prepared by trying to do the right thing. And as a human being, don't try to overdo it. And if you happen to slip and do the wrong thing, seek forgiveness and always humble yourself so that you will be exalted. Be prepared. Because in one moment's notice, anything can happen. Last year, was it last year? Yes, it was last year, yeah. Everybody was at home. Some people were in town shopping. Some people were in the hospital. And without any notice, the earth started to shake. I tell you, I was inside here. And I heard it shaking, and I told my wife, I said, hold on. Something, we expect that it will come and pass. But brother, let me tell you something. When I see that thing start to slow down and continue, and the world of the house was rocking, me and my wife, we started to pray. Praise and thanks to the Most High. Nobody got killed, passed away. In some places, buildings fall down and people died. We didn't have a fatality. Trinidadians, So the ends. One day say they're gonna move away, that blessing will be happening. And everybody will be balling. And see the man who think he bad and who think because he have a gun he bad, he go realize that that gun would be with all the automatic weapon the police, the army, the criminals, everybody had. You could have pulled any weapon for that would take if it had mean to destroy and mash up all of you. That is why I don't like to see things like gun, you know. Man posting off with big machine gun and thing. You know, the next thing on quick pass, what you go do? Brrr, you go shoot out quick. Man, come on, man. You ain't have no power. Your power is only the power of a finger on a trigger. We're talking about the power of a force vibrating the earth and shaking the earth so much that you can't even do anything to it. So people, that is why I realized this morning when I went to the market and I give a little joke and people laugh, even children laugh because it was a clean joke. Nobody had to say, well, they didn't like that or feel, you know, that it's funny and it's an immoral joke. I felt good. Sometimes we do have to make one another laugh. We do have to put a little hope, a little faith. We do have to try to ease the stress on ourselves and people around. Good morning, good afternoon. As some people would say, God bless you, have a pleasant day. But be careful, because a man could tell you God bless you, have a pleasant day, and the next thing you know, he only waiting until they reach in some corner to kill you, you know. So be careful. Yeah, be very careful. So people, I went to the market this morning, I bought my stuff and so on. I made a little joke, I made people laugh and so on. So I'm telling you that if the woman would really look on the ground, knowing that her husband had dropped the price, she would have seen the price. And everybody laughed. Thank you very much. Have a good day.